The best thing that I can do for anybody who ever meets me again in my life is to try to be 100% me in every moment. That doesn't mean that I don't fall down. It doesn't mean that I don't have moments where I clam up and corporate Lisa comes back out, right? But Lovely gets to live a whole life. She gets to be very free. And I'm like, Lovely changes wigs. Lovely lives this life that she has provided herself space to be authentic in her happiness, authentic in her peace, authentic in her search for joy, authentic in her sadness, authentic in her inquisitiveness, right? And I feel like when you inquire about what other people are going through, when you have these daily doses of conversations and connections, when you allow yourself to put out feelers in a room, and you connect with the feelers that come back that feel positive to you, but you allow yourself to understand that you don't have to tolerate any energy that does not set you up. It gives you permission to have awareness. It gives you permission for integration. It gives you permission for alignment. It gives you permission to find legacy. And it allows you to really see yourself in this full connective space. So I say to you, if you are having a moment where you don't like the letter that you are, the letters that you are putting out, ask yourself, how can I change the way the world reads me? And I don't mean everybody. I'm talking about your best friend. I'm talking about your mama. I'm talking about your pops. I'm talking about your grandkid. I'm talking about your coworker, your cool coworker that you just love to death. I'm talking about the old lady at the market who smiled at you and was like, it's going to be okay, right? How do we allow ourselves to be the walking letters that we want to be without stunting our growth? Because we can do that so easily. We can be very high functioning performers. Baby, let me tell you something. All it does is give you bad knees and you get the meat sweats. Not the meat sweats, hot flashes. You get the meat sweats too. But I wanted to really just have us think about that. What does it look like to not only integrate our authentic selves with the stories that we've gone through? What does recovery look like, right? What does it look like to say, I'm consistent about the way I'm trying to heal, and that my world looks a little bit different, but the vision of myself that has changed is more consistent with where I want to be and who I see myself as, not who other people see themselves as, right? And realizing that as we stop looking at these transitions as like detours and really look at them as lessons learned, when we stop saying that we were lucky and realize that we are spiritually guided in a lot of spaces, to realize that you work really hard to have autonomy of who you are and where you want your life to go. And if you aren't working hard on that, think, like, how can I do that, right? How can I be more aligned with the letters that I want to portray to the world? Like, how can I be more authentically me? What does that even look like? Do I know what that looks like? What does it sound like in my head? Because it doesn't always feel like that. Sometimes it feels like, am I pretending? Am I faking this? Like, what can I do? So I want us to think about 3 things that we can do this week that we can practice for consistency, not for perfection,